Hello there guys, in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to do machine learning using Scikit-Learn framework. And for this tutorial you need to know basics of Python, and you need to have Scikit-Learn installed and up and running on your machine. So I'm just going to jump right at it and do the important stuff. Um, we are going to do machine learning on a data set that is called iris dataset. Now, the iris dataset is the hello world of datasets in machine learning. And it is typically it's a dataset of flowers. I don't know what they are, but we have a species here, which they belong to three species, and it's a good practice for supervised machine learning or classification, where samples belong to one or two classes, and when we feed it with an example that doesn't have a label, it will it will predict which species it belongs to. So I'm going to I'm going to go to PyCharm and code this for you. So the first thing that we want, the iris framework has the data set in it, so just need to load this from Scikit-Learn, sklearn import datasets, import load iris. So iris equals load iris print. So I'm just going to print the target so you can see what I'm talking about. Actually, target names. So I'm going to run this program. As you can see, we get a list that we get there's three types of targets. That these are labels, Cisatusa, versicolor, and Virginica. So we have the data and the data sets. Now I'm going to make a decision tree. What the decision tree actually does is that it reads the data set and it reads the attributes of the data set, and it just classifies the data, meaning that we have three classes here in this example, and the tree just classifies the data using the attributes, and when we send it an example which doesn't have a label or a target name, the tree predicts us based on the example attributes which species does this belong to. So I'm going to import the tree from import tree. Now I'm going to make a classifier for you. Classifier tree dot decision tree classifier. So our tree is built, and now I'm going to use a Scikit-Learn has something called fit. And I'm going to make a learning classifier dot fit. Now, what variables does it take? It takes an x and y. The x and y are very important here. Y are the samples my button is right now. The x and y are the data and target and the labels that we have. So first I'm going to give it the data. So what is that? The data is iris.data. So, and now what it needs a label. It needs to look. It says what label should I look at, and the label that we want it to look at is basically the targets of this iris. So target. So it's given and it's correct now, and now I'm going to send it an example which doesn't have a label. So I'm going to see if it can print correctly for me or no. Classifier.predict, and in this predict you need to give the data in two nested arrays. So the first and the second. So I'm going to just send the data here. Well, what data I'm going to send it is I just send the first. I'm going to just send one of these examples. I'm going to send this to it. So copy and paste it here, and now it should work correctly. What it should print is the species of this, which is versicolor. So I'm going to run the code and see if it can predict correctly or not. Yeah, so what it gives us is 1. It means versicolor, so it's predicted correctly for us.